Hey everyone, my name is Charity Hutchinson, and I just wanted to make a quick video for you to help you see whether you could be a successful mom and a coach, that you can work from home, and like, can you work from home and can you still be able to go and be there for your kids and make it all work despite the craziness and busyness. And I know that I struggled with knowing whether I could do that when I first started coaching. And I get asked that a lot of people thinking like, well, I don't know, I don't know if I'm just too busy to be a coach. I don't know how to manage it all. Like, can you really be successful if you have kids running around in the background with everything? And absolutely you can. Just to give you a little bit of background on me as to why this is something I'm really passionate about talking about is my husband, he actually works away. So he works up on the oil field. So he's home about a week a month. So even before I started coaching, it was me and my two boys. My boys are 3 and 5 years old, and both of my boys have autism. So they both have very high needs. So even back to before I started coaching, I mean, I was busy with therapy and school and just managing all of their behaviors and the kind of the day-to-day challenges that we'd face, on top of just being a mom and all of the other struggles that there are. I had a lot on my plate. I was really busy and I was really overwhelmed with a lot of things going on. And but I really, really, really wanted to help out my family. I really wanted to go and make things easier on my husband. He hates having to be away from all of us, and he hates having to go and he has like this extra stress, I can tell a lot, because he was the sole provider for so long, and that stressed him out. I mean, we were living, paycheck to paycheck in that sense of, we'd make ends meet, but we had nothing in savings if something went wrong. And I wanted to relieve that off of him, but I was like, man, I don't know if I can do this with kids at home and everything, but I really, really wanted to make it work. And so I set out to do that, and I've done that. And it's taken me, I'm almost 2 years in now, but I now make almost as much as my husband does. I'm very close to being able to replace his income entirely. Soon he's going to be able to go and quit his job and just be home with us. So I'm so excited to share with you what has worked for me, and so that you guys can see that, you know what, like, there are coaches like me. Like, it's not just a bunch of, single young girls that are being successful as coaches. A lot of us are just moms. A lot of us have kids that we're watching every single day and have a lot on our plates, but you know what, we make it work. So I want to share with you how I do that and how you guys can go and make this work, because this business is a total blessing and I absolutely love what I do, and I'm thankful every day, and it's been worth every second of everything. So number one, I multitask. I mean, even right now, my son is playing Play-Doh beside me at the table. So I multitask. I do my work when I have time to do it. I do my most important things in the morning and in the evening of like my non-negotiables, but then I'll pop on throughout the day when I have time to go and do my messaging back people. Heck, I message back people in the toilet some days. I message people back when I'm waiting for school to start and we're like sitting in the car and we're just waiting to like go in for the bell, and I'm messaging people. Or I'm going and listening to team calls that I missed or trainings while I'm making dinner. I will listen to personal development and things that better me while I'm driving the car and doing kind of meaningless activities too. I do Zoom chats with my team and talk to them in the morning while I'm making breakfast. I mean, I kind of find those times, and you guys can find those times that you can go and put in those extra bit of times. Extra hours in order to do your business. So that's really important, is just going and learning how to multitask and like find different times throughout, because everyone has times that you could go and be listening to trainings or getting on calls with people and doing that kind of stuff. So one would be absolutely to multitask. Number two is that I swap out less important things for more important things. And originally I was going to use the word sacrifice. Like I sacrifice, not as much TV, and I sacrifice doing those kind of things for my work instead. But I don't really feel like sacrifice is the right word, because I'm just doing stuff that are now bettering myself and bettering my business, and I'm swapping out positive things that are going to improve my life. Like I love The Bachelorette, but spending an hour on my business in the evening instead of watching that, which is what I did for the first 2 months. I sacrificed a lot of time. I swapped out that time because I knew that it would be worth it. I knew that just taking that little bit of extra time and saying, you know what, like I might feel like my day is full, but you know what, I watched that extra hour or 2 hours of TV in the evening, and I could take that hour and be doing my power hour or doing my business building activities. So everyone kind of has that time, right? It's just how you schedule it. It's whether you make it important or not. I know that you have that time. And so I decided I was going to swap that out. I was going to say, you know what, like Bachelorette will still be there in a couple years from now. But I have the opportunity to do something really amazing right now just by putting in a little bit of time and doing that. So next, what I do is I also have a no quit attitude. And that's what you have to have as well in this business, is that it's going to be, any home business, any job is like a roller coaster. You're going to have ups and downs. You're going to have emotional highs and lows. You're going to have tough things that are going to happen. It's not, I love what I do. I absolutely love what I do. It's so amazing, but there's still days that are tough. There's days when, when I go and I have a message from someone that really makes me sad, or I have things that happen at home that are really crazy and rough, and I don't feel like going and logging onto Facebook to do my work. But you know what I do is I just go and say, you know what, like it's going to be worth it. And the time that I'm putting it now is going to be worth it. And so I know that no matter what struggles I face, no matter what hurdles I have to go through, especially my personal life, I find that I get a lot of stuff like that happen. I mean, my second son was diagnosed with autism after I became a coach. And that was a struggle for me, but I made it work because I knew that I wasn't going to quit. So you have to have like a no quit attitude. It can't just be this hobby. You can't treat the business like a hobby. You have to treat it like it's your full-time job, and then you're already making that 6 figures a year. You've already replaced that income that you want to replace of your husband's. You're already doing all this stuff. And that's to help you treat seriously that you have little minor hurdles and stuff that you're going to go and push through them and get through them. So next is that I work smart. So I don't have hours a day to do coaching, but I do go and do my important things first. Facebook can be like a vortex, and it can be this great thing that's in our business and this tough thing. And so I try to get all of my work done that I need to do during the day first done, and then I can do my other stuff afterwards. So I prioritize my day. So I write down the things I need to do that day, and I schedule them in amount of importance. So A would be my most important things down to D. And the things that are going to go and increase my business, that are going to increase me as a person and help me, those are the things that I do first in my day. And then when I have time to do other things like cleaning or laundry, those are often at the bottom of my list for the first part, and I knock out those big things, those important things first, so that I can spend other parts of my day doing those less important things. And I know that I've already done that stuff that's vital to my business that's going to make it successful. And really one of the biggest things that I believe that you need in order to be successful, and what I believe that I have that's made me successful and been able to do this, is that I have a really, really huge why. I have a really huge reason why I wanted to succeed in this business, why it drives me every day to stay in it, why I'm not gonna quit, why I'm going to go and push through it all. And it's my kids, and it's my husband. And it's wanting him to be able to be here no matter what, not to have to work away and be away from us, for my kids to never have to be without. I have a goal to completely be able to pay for all their therapy when we move home next year. I never want to be able to go and have to say no to something that would help them because of finances. It's a huge why for me. I want my husband to be able to feel more present in their lives and to not feel so stressed and be gone all the time. I want that support too. You know, it's hard for me as a mom dealing with 2 special needs kids by myself. I want him home too. I want to give him that freedom, and I want to give myself that freedom, and I want to give my kids the best chance that they have in life to go and succeed and do really well and do the things that they love without having to worry about money and everything as well. So I have a really big why in that, and that drives me. I think about that all the time. And instead of going and saying like, well, I can't do this because my kids are around, or my kids are too much trouble, or, you know, I'm having a rough day, or using that as your excuse to not do that, they're my reason, they're my motivation. And you need to do that. You need to make your kids and your family your reason, your motivation to succeed, and know that what you're doing now is to benefit them, that this isn't taking away from them, that you're not somehow, I think as moms can feel guilty, like we're taking this time away from them by working, but you're benefiting their lives so much. Like, think about in a couple years from now, when you can go and you can go and just go visit, go on a field trip with them, or do all this stuff because you were able to make it work now. And now you don't have to say no to stuff. You can be there present for their whole lives. You can stay home with them and get to do the best of both worlds. And just think about those kind of things when you're writing out your whys, and think about them often. I envision every single day what our life is going to look like 2 years from now, and 5 years from now, and 10 years from now. And that's what keeps me going. I vision that every day, and I think about my why, and I think about my reasons of why I want to coach, and why I want to help people, and why I want to make this, continue to make this work. And I keep that in the back of my head all the time. I also go, from the very beginning, is I treated this business like it was a $1 million franchise that I just bought into, rather than a $50 investment, which is what typically people invest into Beachbody. You have to treat it seriously. And I think that's one of the things that I realized right away, is that if I was working a regular job and I was outside of the home, I couldn't just go and be like, well, you know what, I just don't really feel like, my kids are having a rough day, I don't feel like coming into work today. They'd be like, well, no, you're fired. Like, you have to come into work. You have to open your doors every single day and go into work. And you don't need a ton of time. Like I said, you just need an hour or two of your just kind of key activities, and you can be successful at it. You have to treat it seriously. You have to be serious about going and doing trainings, and serious about doing your personal development and taking care of you, and serious about being there with your team, and serious about just learning and soaking in everything and applying all of the knowledge and training that we give you. You just have to go and have that mindset of like, this is a investment in me and in my family, and knowing and 100% believing that it's going to pay off. Because then you're going to be present. Then you're going to do everything it takes every single day. You're not going to give up when you have tough days. And you're going to know that it'll be worth it. This business has absolutely been worth it for me. Like I said, I now make almost as much as my husband. I'm going to be replacing his income very soon. By next year, I 100% believe that he will not have to work at all. In fact, I want him to be able to pursue his own dreams of doing something that he loves, instead of going and working away. So I'm so incredibly thankful to be a coach. And whether you're watching this, debating coaching, and you're like, to see if you could figure it out for you, or whether you're even a new coach and like trying to figure out how to schedule this in, just know it's worth it. Just know that, you know, if I can do it with everything on my plate, then you absolutely can. You absolutely can go and make it work. It just requires you to go and have that belief in yourself, and that drive, and that motivation, and reminding yourself every single day of your goals, and knowing that, you know what, this is going to better my family, not take away from it. That I am doing this for me, and I'm doing this for my family, that it's for both of us, and that it's all going to be worth it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that helps you kind of see how you can make it work in your busy life. No matter what you have going on, you absolutely can go and be successful at this. I hope that that helps you with having some steps too on how to go and do all that. So I hope you have a good day. Thanks.